Ready? I don't care. I'm not.
Okay. Hello, and welcome to Spooky Sips, where we put our love of horror movies into a podcast and sip some spirits along the way. I'm one of your hosts, Yvette, here with my co-hosts, Laura and Brianna.
Hello.
Hello. All right, you guys. We decided to dive in to a franchise that we have not yet. And we watched VHS.
Yeah.
From 2012.
B/H/S.
Yes,
Video.
You know, I was
What
thinking
is VHS?
I was thinking it means video home system, but I didn't look that up. So should we look it up right now?
Wait, yeah. Yeah, video. Do you have like video home? Video.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
Video home system.
Hey,
right.
what?
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. None of us
genius.
had watched it. And to be honest,
No.
I've heard of it, but I haven't heard a lot of people that I know talk about watching it.
Right.
Like I know it exists, but it's not like I know a lot of people that are like, you should watch this. Like it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Same.
I had no idea what it was. Like
Right. Same.
I knew nothing
Yeah.
going into this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same. So apparently there's a bazillion of them now, but we went with the original from 2012.
Mm-hmm.
It is like a found footage anthology movie. There's this group of, I think it's like 4 guys that have to break into this house and get something. And
It's a video.
yeah, it's like a video, but then they find all these others, right?
Mhm.
So they find, and the house is weird. There's a guy there, but they find these videos, and then the movie takes us through a few of the different videos.
Yeah, so it's 5 stories, and then
Okay.
the 6th story is the overall, the one of the people
The
find. So
thread.
yeah, so we have kind of 6 total stories.
So I watched it in the morning, and Laura was like, don't worry, it gets better, because I was only a few minutes in and I was like, I can't watch this. So I just scrolled on my phone while it was playing, because it's so funny, but I'm very sensitive to shaky movies, and it made me really nauseous. Now, granted, I was a little hungover, but
Right.
it would have been
Warning. If you are sensitive, if you have, a condition where you can't watch shaky things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even have a
Careful.
condition. It just is hard for me. And it lasted so long. It was, I was 10 minutes in and I was like, oh my God.
It was rough. Yeah.
I mean,
and I
the
couldn't
whole
even,
movie.
I couldn't even tell what was happening in the first 10 minutes. And I was just so annoyed with it.
I do feel like it got better.
No, it
Blair
did.
Witch, I think, kept it that way the entire time. This one did get better.
No, it did. Not all of them were like that. There were moments. And I was like, does
Mhm.
no one know how to hold a fucking recorder?
No, because it was back in the
that's the
VHS
point.
days.
It's supposed to be that they don't know anything about cameras. So saying it looks like shit is actually kind of a compliment.
Well,
'Cause
they did a
that's
really good job.
what they
then.
wanted.
Mhm.
They did a really
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah. Whoops, we forgot to talk about what we're sipping on. So for VHS, we are pairing this movie with a hazy IPA because the footage in this movie is, well, all pretty hazy. So I found a local brewery that had a retro 1996 VHS themed hazy IPA, which is just way too perfect. So that's what I'm sipping on, but really any hazy IPA will do. All right, let's get back to these tapes. I did look up all the movies because, I think I sent you guys a message when I was going to go watch it because I just searched VHS, and it was I just kept scrolling. So I was wondering how many there are. So there's the original, and then there are 4 sequels called VHS 2, VHS Viral, VHS Beyond, and VHS Halloween. Then there are 3 prequels called VHS 85, VHS 94, VHS 99. Then there's 2 spin-offs called Siren and then Kids versus Aliens. And then they had a mini series called VHS Video Horror Shorts on Snapchat. Snapchat had little shows and stories. So there's 1 million of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not be watching any of them.
But if you like it, man, do I have great news for you.
No, but you know what?
That's a
I
lot.
will say, like, I did have a moment where I was like, oh, you know what? Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah, we'll
about
talk.
it like when we do our ratings and stuff. It's funny because at first not into it. Then I was like, you know what? Actually, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, no, I hate it. And then I was like, I like it. I have mixed emotions about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it, I think maybe I'll just give some background here, is when they came up for the idea of the movie, a big part of it was, I think there's like over 8 directors, like writers involved in this, and they all kind of knew each other and had worked with each other kind of before. But different groups are responsible for different stories.
Cool.
So they are
Okay.
complete, like, you get free reign on
Like
this.
actual anthologies. Yeah.
There was kind of like oh, hey, like, we would love if you could make a more actiony one. Or,
Mhm.
for another group, they said like, oh, like, we kind of want a slasher kind of one.
Okay.
But I mean, you have kind of like one group kind of worked on all of it, but like a lot of them are like, this was one director, one writer,
Cool.
his take on this. They filmed it together and then sent it to be like, here's my short to be.
I
Okay, so
like the
whoever-
idea of that.
Yeah.
Whoever was responsible for the third mini story, I hate.
Yeah. See, I love I
The
wanna watch
third
more of
one?
their shit. Yeah.
With the woods, the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one was
Oh,
stupid.
yeah.
Oh, I
hated
liked it.
Oh, I hated that one.
Yeah.
The rest I
Ugh.
liked.
Weird, but I liked it.
Yeah. But yeah, different directors, different writers. So actually, I think it makes sense. Like, some of them you probably should like more than others because they are completely different visions.
Oh no, they are. Yeah.
That were put all together. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
truly is an anthology. This wasn't one person's vision. This
No,
was
I
like,
love that idea.
they all
I
came
actually-
together. They
I
stitched
can
it up.
see that. I like it.
Mhm.
They did feel different, so I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it starts out. It's exactly like a VHS tape, like a home video.
Yeah.
And you're just seeing like some footage. But I will say one thing that kind of bothered me is before it gets to like where they're doing like the 5 different stories, we're seeing these videos, but it's like cutting in between. So it's like one video and then another and then another. And if you're taping over something, you don't tape over and then stop and then let it play and then tape over a part. It doesn't jump back and forth.
Well,
That's not how it works when you tape over on a VHS.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I
So
think
let's
the idea
look
is that
that
it was like glitching,
Yeah.
was the idea. But,
Right.
I kind of agree.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
have our
just-
first story, which I think this one's called like Tape 56
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
is the name of the overarching.
Yeah. This
Well,
one was.
It's this group of assholes.
There's too many assholes in this movie.
There's so
Yeah.
many assholes, but there's a lot of amazing women,
There's
so it's
so
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I thought so.
God,
It's,
I
again,
thought so too.
Women's History Month, you guys, or whatever you call it. We're doing
That's what I'm
great.
It's funny because as much as this had like a lot of like assaults toward women,
Rapey vibes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like it was actually kind of like women powered. Like
No, it was.
women just destroying them.
No, it was.
Yeah,
And
a little bit.
the more assaulty they were, the more kick-ass the woman in the story was. I liked it.
Mhm.
I actually
I
liked
think it was just way too many. Like, again, it was multiple stories. So like, did we need them? Did we need it in this many?
Right. Right.
That was my thing with it. Was like,
It felt
way too
appropriate
much
for the era that it came.
It
out
did
in,
feel
though.
appropriate for the era. It actually felt-
Unfortunately,
to me, it felt a little more early 2000s than 2012.
Yeah.
It felt like it had a little bit past that era where what they were doing was appropriate.
well, and one of the videos was from 1998,
Appropriate.
so they weren't all like
Okay.
current.
Right.
Yeah, and I think the idea was that it wasn't supposed
Yeah.
to take place in current day.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
maybe the main story, but especially the
Yeah, the videos.
videos was like, I mean, they're
Okay.
supposed to have been found, right?
That's
So-
what I got because like there were no cell phones, there were no. And
Yeah,
in
no,
2012 there was.
Yeah.
I meant the main one that starts
Oh,
out
right.
that was supposed to have been current. I think it gave off more early 2000s
Right.
vibes
Right.
and
Yeah.
just how shitty they were.
But yeah, in the first
Yeah.
one, they're in a bar, and it's just like this group of guys.
Oh, you're okay. So you're going to the first video.
Oh, right.
Well,
'cause
should we talk about
need-
how they get there?
we
though?
we need to know how they get to the VHS tapes.
Okay, so
Because we get the asshole group. They're all assholes, so I guess that's not.
Oh,
but-
right.
they
Yeah,
like
you're right.
find. Okay,
I
so
was
okay,
like, wait, what?
So okay.
I already
before
got there
we
in
get
my
to the-
mind. So I was
Before we
ahead.
get to the first found video, the main video that starts, it's this group of asshole guys. They like find these girls in a parking garage and they like run up to them and they're like, yeah, go get him. And so they just go up to these girls and just assault them. They just like lift up their shirts, expose their breasts. Like it's so shitty. And then they're just like running around being a-holes. They're like vandalizing buildings. They're having sex with people without their knowledge of being filmed. It's just really, really bad. But then this is where I feel like it's just back and forth of like either people having sex, people attacking people, vandalizing, or just being asshole guys chatting together.
Yeah.
That's kind of the gist, right? But then, yeah, they have to go break into this house. And their mission is that they have to steal one VHS tape. But that there's rumors that like there's this creepy old guy that lives there.
Yeah. And they don't know which tape. They were just given the instructions like, oh, like you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
You know, plot, you know, not to jump ahead. They didn't know.
They didn't know.
It was.
Right. So they go into the house and they do find this room where there's this man in a chair, like a recliner chair. And there's all these like old school TVs with all this static screens on it. And they're like, oh, well, he's dead. So one dude stays up in the room where he is, and others are like, well, we're going to go look in the basement for this tape. And then the guy that's up in the room with the dead man, he pops in a VHS. And then we cut to the first mini story.
Yes. So the first mini story is called Amateur Night. And this one was kind of written by, again, they did kind of share, but I think this one was mainly written by David Bruckner. He did Night House, which we all watched together.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that one. I think we liked it.
Okay.
So he did that. Night House. It was like, if you look it up, as soon as I saw the poster, I was like, oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. Look it up and you'll be like, oh, that's
right. So he did that one. He did again, there's 1 million VHS movies. So I think he did other VHS stories. And then he did the 2022 Hellraiser. So I think they like remade it and he did that one. So it is like they had all these people involved and so many of them went on to do so many like horror movies that we've heard of, which is kind of cool. Like how many of them was like, this is kind of like an early project.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
This was kind of like they had like kind of advanced technology for the day. But again, it's a group of asshole guys. But the one dude has glasses that have a camera on them.
Yeah.
And they're like
very ahead of its time.
Yeah. And so we see, we're basically seeing the whole thing is his perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
From his glasses.
Yeah. So they're like at a bar and they're out.
Which is technically not a VHS.
Yeah.
Unless they put it onto a VHS.
Well, right. They probably would have put it onto a VHS.
I think what I've seen is like the explanation or theories for, because again, a lot of these would not have been on VHS. So the idea
one was
is
like the camera, like webcam.
Yeah, I think the idea is like there's this world where people are like exchanging these VHS tapes, you know. So things like this would have been like put onto a VHS tape.
Right.
What I've seen as like an explanation.
I could buy that. Yeah.
Whether you buy it or not, that's
right.
But yeah, like they're like before they go out to the bars, they're like, yeah, we're gonna film a porn.
And they have one girl that they're with.
Was she with them or did they meet her at the bar?
I think they met her and then
met her there.
Yeah, like they met her at the bar, but she's like tied to one of the guys.
Yeah,
and
she's kind of like
another girl there who like looks kind of creepy.
I love her.
Gives like Tim Burton vibes is how I would describe it.
She's huge eyes.
Huge eyes. She's very pale.
So good.
And she doesn't talk.
I did notice from the very first time he meets her, it's like, okay, I kind of have a vein that goes like down the middle.
It's like a Julia Roberts vein, but
hers was almost like it was like a
concave.
A pencil mark, and they like drew a pencil.
Yeah, but like it was like an actual, like you could see the texture. It was like caved in.
Yeah, but it was subtle.
Yeah. It was really subtle, honestly. Yeah,
but
I didn't notice it until later.
And like both the girls are drunk.
Oh,
and they're drunk, but they get them in their car And one of the guys is especially a dick. And
Yeah.
he like is kind of forcing the girls to do cocaine, especially the one. Like, because she's like not talking,
All
but
she
they're
says,
like rolling with it anyways.
yeah, like all she says is to the one guy with the glasses, she's like, she whispers, I like you.
Mhm.
But then to the guy's defense, like her friend that they're there with, like she's like, we're grown adult women, we can make our decisions. She wants to do the drugs, she'll do the drugs. It's fine.
Yeah. So they get back to the room, and the one, you know, more normal looking girl and the guy are like making out on the bed, but she quickly passes out. And there's kind of this like scuffle where they're like, dude, you need to stop. She's passed out. And he's like, don't, it doesn't fucking matter. Leave me alone. And they're like, no, dude, she's not in there. Stop. Like, so it's, there's a lot of tension in the room with the guys. Cause like, they're like, we have to get this porn filmed. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, but we're not going to do it with a passed out girl. But one of them is like, no, it's fine.
Yeah. No, again, just like bare minimum of human being, like human decency, I guess.
Because like the one was wanting to do it with the girl anyway. And then the other one has the most, and I don't know who this actor is, but I hope he's just an amazing actor because he made me hate him so much.
I hated all of them.
He had the most obnoxious laugh. I mean, yeah, I hate them all too. But like he had the most obnoxious laugh. And he just kept laughing. Like I think he was supposed to have just been like super high or something. But yeah, he was atrocious.
Yeah.
But then the interesting looking girl is still conscious. So the guy that was like gonna be with the one girl is like, well, you're awake. Let me try to kiss you. But you could tell she was like, no, I wanted the glasses man.
Yeah.
So she's a little bit uncomfortable, but she goes with it a little bit anyway. But then the glasses guy like freaks out. And he's like, oh, I don't like this. I can't handle this. So he like runs into the bathroom for a minute.
And then like the other guy, there's another guy in the room. He like tries to join.
Yeah.
The annoying laugh man. And you can tell she does not like
No, she's like, no,
dude,
don't.
She's like the glasses man. The other guy I'm okay with. You hard pass.
Yeah. So she bites him. Right? Is the next thing we get is the annoying guy runs into the bathroom. He's like, she bit me. And it's like, you know, it was a hell of a bite.
And so then, oh yeah, because she, as they're starting to like make out, I think before Glasses Man runs in, she had done like a little hiss toward the annoying man, but then also you can see her skin. It's like veins, but more than human veins would be. And it's starting to be more obvious in her skin.
And like her back is starting to get like a big, like kind of what looks like a bruise, like something in her back.
Something is changing.
Yeah.
So then after the guy comes in, he's like, she bit me. Glasses Man peeks out and I couldn't tell what I saw. So maybe you guys know more than me. It almost seemed, it seemed to me that like she had the dude's foot and was like trying to shove it in his mouth or something. Like, so, obviously she had attacked him, but was she holding a foot?
I honestly don't know. I don't remember.
Or was that her foot?
Yeah. I don't remember.
She was holding something, but it almost looked like she was like feeding him his own foot or something.
But she's like attacking him. She's like eating it, basically.
Yeah, she's definitely eating the person.
And yeah, so he's dead. And so then the second one is like, well, or the annoying guy is like, well, we got to get out of here because they're trapped in the bathroom because it's like just in this like little hotel or motel is where they're at. And so he rips off the shower curtain. He's going to like go run out and attack her.
With the curtain rod.
With a curtain rod, yeah.
Right.
Curtain rod. And then she goes to attack him. And at this point, there's another ripping off of an appendage. And I believe it was the penis, yeah?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's what I
think. Penis and balls to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
That had been ripped off.
Quite phallic, if you will.
Yeah.
So Glasses Man is running away. He's got like a snapped wrist. Like his bone is
he
coming
fell
through.
down the stairs
Yeah.
while trying to run away.
Okay, so I should say I did start to count the deaths, and then I forgot the second half of the movie. But this is death. We've already had death 1 and 2.
But then she like finds him and she's being like sweet. She's like, I'm sorry. And she looks demonic at this point. Like her head is splitting open. Like, and she's like, oh, but I like you. I'm sorry. And then she's like sad and hurt that he like didn't want to.
She's like, you don't like me?
Yeah. I was like, I love this one so far. I was like totally in.
Yeah. And so, because she's like sad. So she like kind of like moves back.
Yeah.
Like away from him. And he runs away.
Yes.
Books it out of there.
And he tries to like go to the desk of the motel and it's like locked and he's like at the windows banging. Yeah. And they're like, no, get away. Cause he's like, no one believes blood him. And
yeah.
You know.
And so he's running outside and then we just, we're watching through the glasses. So then we just see him get swooped up.
Yep.
He's now flying. And so we get a little glimpse of what has picked him up. And it's the girl, but she now has wings.
Yes.
And has gone so full vampire.
I love her.
Vampire bat. Full vampire
bat.
And then we see the glasses fall.
Yep.
Hit the ground.
That's it.
And that's it. He gets carried away.
Yep.
And what we can only assume is death number 3.
I was like, okay. I was like, at this point, I was like, okay, actually, I'm into it because I was not into it until
Agreed.
It's just like so, like especially at the beginning.
I was grossed out.
It was just like, I didn't even feel like there was a story happening. I was just like, just get to it. Like I just was not.
When going from one asshole group of men to just a second asshole group of men,
I was like, oh, great.
Right. I agree.
Give me Poultrygeist over this,
Right.
I'm not doing Poultrygeist ever again.
But I liked this first little mini story, honestly. Like at first and there's parts of it I didn't like, but I liked kind of the switch and I liked her.
No,
yes, I did like her.
And she actually, the spin-off one, I think I mentioned Siren, they bring her back. So
okay, because I really liked her.
In like a whole spin-off movie. So we were not the only ones who loved her.
Okay, good. Because I did like it.
Yeah. And then my quick little fun fact for this one, they did try using like video glasses to film it.
That'd be terrible.
Again, they wanted it to look bad.
Yeah.
So each director and stuff kind of was trying to find like a creative way to get it to look, in that VHS style. So they tried it and like it looked so bad. So they kept some of the scenes. Like I think when he puts them on, but like, I mean, it's so bad. Like you can see the frames, like cutting through the movie. So they kept some of those in and then the rest of it, they just built like a little helmet camera.
Okay.
Basically. So that's how
I understand.
Yeah. That's how you get like the POVs, like just a little helmet camera instead of glasses.
So then we get back. So that little segment's over. We get back to the group and they are searching in the basement and they do see like a creepy man walking by.
Yes.
But then cut to the next video.
So now we watch Second Honeymoon.
Oh,
and
is that what it's called? Okay.
Yes, this one's Second Honeymoon. And this one was written and directed by Ty West. Oh. So
oh my gosh, I love that.
Maxine, that's him.
Cool.
I think of all the mini videos, this one was my favorite.
Yeah. This one, I mean, I watched it while I was home alone. And so that like this one was like the one where like I think in the first one I was like, oh, this is actually maybe going to be fun. Like after watching the first show, I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. Like this is going to be okay. And then with this one, I was like, okay, now I'm like, is my door locked?
So it's a couple and they're going on a road trip. And they're going out west. It's desert.
They're going to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, they go to the Grand Canyon. As they're like, you can see they're going through like Western towns and they're seeing like cowboy boots and hats and stuff. And they come across this fortune teller. And he's like, howdy, partners. Come
it's like one of those machines.
Like one of those.
Yes.
Like not vending machine, but.
Oh, yeah. Like what's the one from Big? It's like a Zoltar.
Zoltar. Yeah, it's like a Zoltar,
that
but
one.
Western.
And so they do it. They get the little Zoltar, or she does it. And it says something about like someone from your past will make a reappearance.
Yeah.
Something.
Mhm.
And she gets a little look on it and she's like, that means a lot. I'm gonna hold this close to my heart. And she like tucks it into her pocket.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It's like,
interesting.
okay.
Okay. As they're doing like the couple like shooting their little vacation, there's just like they seem to like each other, but there just seems to be like these little like digs at each other here and
Tensions.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then so they're at the hotel and she's just kind of saying like, oh, he picked this really dirty hotel. Let me show you how bad of a hotel he picked or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets the camera back and he's like recording her taking off her shirt, like getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't want that. Stop recording me. And then he is like pushing. And this scene lasted so long.
Yeah. Again, terrible men. It's
It
like, have
lasted
I not gotten
so
enough?
long.
And at
Mhm.
first I was mad, like annoyed it lasted so long, but I actually think it did a good job showing of just like
I agree.
how annoyingly persistent he was. Like, I want to film us having sex. And she was like, I would love to have sex with you, but not with the camera on. Like, stop.
And then he was
Mhm.
such a dick about it. He like pouted and like
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like made her feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, terrible men number 12 in this movie.
Oh, so many terrible men.
Yeah. But then they get a knock on the door.
Yep.
Right? Is that what happens next?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Yeah.
we see it after the knock had happened. They like start the video again and like, what just
Right.
happened? And they're like,
Mhm.
well, someone just came and knocked on our door and she was asking for a ride tomorrow, but it didn't seem urgent, but it seemed
Yes.
creepy.
Yeah, he was like, I did
Mhm.
not get like a good vibe. Like it felt
Mhm.
very strange.
Like
Yeah.
threatening almost or something.
Yeah.
And
So they're doing
they
like a
were
little
like,
recap.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were like, should we call the police? They were like, well, no, because really nothing really happened. And they were like, okay, let's just make sure the door's locked. And they went to bed.
Mhm.
This part was spooky
Mm-hmm.
because
Mhm.
next we see, and this kind of gave me almost like sinister vibes.
Yes, I can see
Yeah.
that.
So like we just see the VHS starts again and they're close watching him sleep. And then they're watching her sleep.
Because at first, when we're watching him sleep, I was like,
been
wait,
her.
is she the one recording it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
then we see her sleeping.
She's sleeping.
And they like,
Mhm.
she pulls, whoever's holding the camera pulls the cover back and you can like see her underwear. And she like runs a knife against her
Mhm.
skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like goes into the bathroom and we get like a very quick glimpse of her in the mirror or them,
Mhm.
but we can't
Mhm.
see
It was not, yeah. It
what's
wasn't clear.
who it is.
Yeah, we learn
Yeah.
we learn later
Yeah,
it's a woman,
later,
but
Yeah, we
yeah.
learn it's a woman. That's why I keep saying she.
Yeah.
And then she like takes one of the toothbrushes and like puts it in the toilet water.
Yeah.
but so she puts
Yeah.
the in the toilet water and then like, but because you could see that the person did kind of let their reflection be shown and then stopped. And then suddenly the next thing we see is the couple again. And now they're at the Grand Canyon. But it was one of those things where I was like, that is so
creepy.
dark.
Oh, and she took money from
She
his
took
wallet.
$100.
She took money. Yep. From
Yeah.
the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
That
Because
is
then
just-
we see him asking her,
Yeah.
his girlfriend. He's like, why did you take my money?
And she's like, I
Mhm.
didn't.
And she's like, I wouldn't do that. I have my own money. What are you
And he doesn't
talking
believe.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell that neither of them really believes the other.
Yeah. But
And then,
like,
they're at the Grand Canyon.
Like, I just,
creepy.
that is so dark to just take their camera where if they were to just push rewind and watch, they would see you. But they're not going to do it. They're just going to continue to record without watching.
Exactly.
And it could be like years later they'll go watch or when
Right.
they're home from their vacation. But that is
and
so
keep
dark.
in mind, like we saw that she deadbolted or whatever you call that lock on a hotel room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where it's the little latch.
Yes.
She
Mhm.
did. We saw her do it before they go to bed. Like they intentionally showed us. So it's kind of like as the watcher, you're like, how
How'd she do
did she get in the room?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
A little foreshadowing.
But yeah, it's so devious and the little things of like, I know that this is his toothbrush. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put his toothbrush in the toilet, because then, the next day you're like, right
we
before
see him brushing his teeth. Right.
Yeah. Right before he goes to the Grand Canyon, he's brushing his teeth with it. And you're like,
so even the way that they're at the Grand Canyon is tense because like, she goes down this little place and he's like, she doesn't want to go farther. So he goes and he's like, yeah, I heard this woman talking, but it's so quiet. And like, you just get a very like isolated vibe. Like it's just them out there.
Yeah.
Alone.
And then the next scene we see, he's sleeping again. So it's the recording very close up to his face. He's sleeping again. And then we just see the knife go up into his chin and dig a little, and he's bleeding out, dying.
And he's like choking, bleeding. And
And then the camera pans to who did that. It's kind of reminds me of the mask from Alice, Sweet Alice.
Yes, I was thinking
I thought the same thing.
So it's a woman wearing that Alice, Sweet Alice mask, but then she takes that off and goes and makes out with the girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh, and I do have to point out, there was one scene when they were talking about their plan of like, if they were the next day, if they were going to go to Vegas or somewhere else. How it started was the girlfriend was recording, but she was like recording like the line of her thong in a very sexual way. Like she was doing it herself, where I was like, wait, this is a shift, because before she was so like, don't show me on camera. But then all of a sudden, like it was like she was doing that. Once we learn what happens, like she was doing that for the girl, like for her girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a good twist.
I liked it.
That was a good one. I liked this one a lot because, again, it actually made me scared. I was like, oh no, I need to lock my doors.
Yes. No, I liked this one.
So he was death 4.
Yep.
And again, like kind of just like these asshole men are getting what they deserved.
Yeah, that's true. At least I hate it because the asshole men, but
happy Women's Month, everyone.
They are getting what they deserve. So yeah, no, this was a good one. Well, and apparently like Ty West, like he was trying to come up with an idea for his short and like went on like a road trip to do it. And so I was like, wait, this is the story. Do the road trip. Like it. Yeah.
It was my favorite mini of the movie. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now we're back at the main overarching story. And the guy who has been playing these mini movies in the room, he's been doing it just like in front of the dead man. They do show him, and he then goes to play the next one, all is good. But we, the audience, see the dead man isn't in the chair anymore.
Yep.
He doesn't notice, but we notice.
Yeah. So now we watch Tuesday the 17th is the name of this title.
Okay.
And so if Friday were the 13th, Tuesday would be the 17th is the play on the title here.
I like that.
So I'm guessing Friday
the
13th was a inspiration for this one.
Yeah, and I think that was just
it's very like
fun,
woodsy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And they asked them for this one to do kind of like a slasher type of short.
I hated this one.
I liked it. I don't know.
I feel like it was fine.
I thought it was so stupid.
I kind of liked it.
Well, yeah. So it starts and it's like very much so giving like Blair Witch.
Oh yeah.
Friends in the forest. The whole gang is together and they're like walking out to go somewhere. It's like the beginning.
And they're like some of them are doing some drugs, and the one doesn't want to do them because he doesn't want to get the fear.
Yes.
But then they're also, while they're filming, they keep getting these like creepy visions of like dead and like disemboweled people like randomly popping up in random spots.
Yes.
Right.
And you'd get like that one of them, she had like experienced something here and she had gone through something, and that's part of why they were coming back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly, like not much matters. Like they walk by a wall and she has a flashback that her friend fell off the wall and we see the dead body. And then they're all around the lake hanging out. And she says something about like that they're gonna die.
Yeah, you're all gonna die.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, what? And she's like, yeah, didn't you guys know this happened here? Like, and then she plays it off like she was kidding.
Right.
But they're all like, what? And so this guy decides to get naked and jump in the lake.
Because, why not?
Why not?
And lake is, a generous term for
that. It's more of a pond.
This is a pond.
A small pond. It's a small pond.
So then, like 2 of them go into the woods. Like the girl has to pee and the guy is like maybe filming or whatever. And then, I mean, I guess I kind of liked the deaths a little bit in this.
Right.
But like it just came so fast. So like all of a sudden she's asking him something and then just like this, like something gets just like goes through her eye.
See, I loved it because it all happened so fast that like if you were looking away, you would have to go back and be like, what just happened?
Yeah, wait, hold up. Yeah.
Because then he's like, what the hell? And then he gets like.
And we kind of see this weird like flash of like where the camera like glitches. And we see like it's like a computer glitch. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, that's how you describe it. Yeah,
it's like
and there's like a body. There's a person there.
Yeah.
But it's weird because we're like, what?
Like we can't see it.
We can't see it, but like we know that the girl who has like the history with it, like she knows about that. Because
at one point she's even like, why can't I film you?
Yeah, she's like, why can't I film you? Why can't I see you? Why can't I like
So okay, so that's death 5 and 6. But then this is where I wrote down, this is so cheesy. Because then the girl who had been like, you're all gonna die here.
Right.
She like ends up admitting to the guy. He's like, why did you bring us here? She's like, I brought you here for bait.
Yeah.
Like this thing has killed people. And so like, I don't know if she wanted to catch it or what.
I think that was the idea. Like figure out what it was.
Like what was this?
Yeah.
But then she's basically like, then she switches and she's like, okay, do you want to go? You want to fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Because again, that's apparently what you need to do to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and he's like, what?
Yeah. He's confused.
Yeah.
But then that dude that she was like, that was bait, that she was like trying to just have sex with to bait it. He gets like his throat gets sliced or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then she's like, so she's trying to like entice the thing that's killing everybody. But she thinks that she's going to catch it. And so she says, she's like, you came back for nothing. I beat you, you little a-hole or something. Like, I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And so then this is what I wrote down. I was like, oh, she seems very cocky before getting disemboweled by a man with a backwards baseball cap carrying a shipping pallet.
Yep.
Yeah. Because the demon was just a man with a backward baseball cap carrying a shipping pallet, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you call that?
What it looked
yeah.
like.
Like what was that?
I don't know. I kind of liked it because it was so random.
They are random.
Like there's no it's not like they're not tied up nicely with a bow, and I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the whole I think the way they were able to convince all the directors and stuff to be part of the movie was like, it's like, yeah, they all had those ideas that were like not quite good enough to be a full movie. Like you're not going to make a 90-minute thing, but it was like, I don't know, I kind of have this idea. Sure, let's make a 20-minute.
Right. Yep.
And like, so it is kind of fun. Like it's fun.
I agree.
Even if they were ridiculous.
I just hated the villain of this one so much. Like, what is that?
That's fair.
Yeah. You could tell it was just like they wanted to make a little slasher kind of like fun thing. But yeah, it was fine. It's a good one to throw in the middle.
Right.
And move on.
So then back at the overarching one, the downstairs people decide to swap with the upstairs people.
Right.
Yeah, now we're at a webcam?
Yes. So now we watch the sick thing that happened to Emily when she was younger.
You guys.
Long title.
I have feelings on this one.
This one scared me.
Yeah.
This one scared. I got freaked out. I yelled multiple times.
My gore tolerance, I feel like, is really high. Like I'm almost always okay. But there was a moment with this one where like I could not look. I had to like actually look away. Because I was like, nope, I cannot watch this.
No,
like,
there were Same. No, I was like, oh.
Yep. Okay, I also have to say, okay, well, we'll set it up first, and then I'll tell you what my house was like at this moment. But there is a girl and a guy. They're obviously dating, but they're chatting through webcams. And at first, it starts out, of course, because it has to, because she just has to take her top off,
Of course.
show her breasts.
Again,
It's 2012, you guys. You got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
This was a movie of its era.
Yeah, for real.
But he's like in med school or something, so he's far away, but she's getting like their own apartment or something, or
they're
her own
long
apartment.
distance, or
Yeah, they're like long distance.
But then she's talking about how like, well, I heard the thing. I heard this thing and it scared me. And he's like, well, next time, like, come online with me and like show me what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then she comes online and like you can hear. This is when I couldn't tell if I could hear word sounds if it was on the movie or what, because it was so windy the night I was watching this movie, and my house gets weird sounds when it's windy. And so like I even had to pause the movie because I'm hearing these like woo, like windy sounds, and it freaked me out.
Yeah.
That was just
creepy.
the weather cooperating with my spooky movie night.
Yeah, it was just helping.
So yeah, she's like, yeah, I keep hearing this sound like someone's at the door, and so I'm going to go check it out. And then you see this little kid walk through the room. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jump scare.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this one's good for just creepiness. And then I think we go with like, again, we basically just watch a series of video chats. So then we watch another one, and she is talking about how she has a bump on her arm.
Yeah, she's like, got this thing.
Because it's off camera. Like she has the thing. She's like, yeah, I have this like bump in my arm. And like, she was just like, oh, okay. But then she shows it. Ugh.
And she had like cut out a circle in her arm.
She's just digging in with pliers.
And
And was like digging in.
And she's so nonchalant about it. Like, no, this is going to be fine.
And her boyfriend is like, oh my God, Emily, stop. Like, stop. Like, he's like, this is like when you were younger. Like, you can't do this again. And she gets up and she goes back into the kitchen and she gets like barbecue tongs, like, or the fork, the big fork.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck you call it.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. So you're going to have to.
Because it's like huge. And he's like, oh my God, stop. And this was when I had to stop looking because I was like, I can't. Because she's like digging around. She was like, yeah, it's like a spider bite and they laid eggs. And I think that's in here. And he's like, that's an urban myth. It's not. You need to stop. He was like, so he finally gets her to stop. And he's like, I'll look at it when I'm there next week. Like, just leave it alone. Go clean it.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, I'll go clean it. But like at first he seems so supportive, but then it kind of changes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that scared me the most. Well, and she gets mad because they're chatting and she's showing him the proof that there's like actually creepy ghosts in her apartment, and he sees them and he gets freaked out. But then he didn't record it. And she's like, next time I call you to say that like I'm hearing the sounds, you have to record our videos, which she could have done herself.
Yeah, you know.
But then the one that freaked me out too the most was where like I don't know if she was scared to turn the lights on or the lights weren't working or something.
Yeah, it was weird. Like she wouldn't look. She was making him look.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. She was like, I'm too scared to look. And but then she was also just using like the flash of like a camera to light up the room rather than just turning on the lights. And I screamed. It scared me, like seeing I knew it was coming.
And there were like ghosties.
There was so many ghosties.
Yeah.
But then he changed from being like really supportive.
Right.
To just being like really dismissive. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm busy right now. Like I've got things to do. Yeah. Like it very much just shifted.
Yeah.
To again, just man hating.
Yeah.
I guess I'm mad at this one because the man didn't die, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, this one has.
But then it's like finally going down. They're back on video chat and there's like a bunch of dead ghosts.
This is the one actually. So I think the Flash one, they were both looking, but this is the one where she wouldn't look. she was like, I'm closing my eyes, you tell me. And then we see not just like one little ghosty.
No, there's a
baby.
bunch.
No, like a bunch.
There's a bunch.
And then she like falls over and he goes off camera. He's like, shit. And he like goes off camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing we see is that he's like with her.
He's there.
Like immediately he's there.
Not thousands of miles away.
Yep.
And he's like talking about how like, okay, well, we'll have to make it look like an accident. And he's like cutting her open while he's talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then again, this part was so like the gore was really good in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And by good, I mean horrifying because like he like reaches into her. He like is like scooping underneath her rib cage and he like pulls out a little like fetus, like a little
alien thing.
Yeah, it's like a little alien fetus. And he's like, okay, well, this one didn't work. So we'll have to make it look like an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like saying, he sounds annoyed with whoever he's talking to.
Yeah.
Well, and
he's like, all right, I guess we'll have to set it up again. And
and he says something about like, okay, you're sure part of this thing is human or something? Like it's some weird alien invasion body snatcher thing.
Right.
Yeah. But then we get another chat.
Yep.
And we see Emily back and she's like bruised. I mean, she's
got bruises all over. Her arm is in a sling. She does not look
she does not look well. But she's talking about how she was diagnosed.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you know, I guess this, and like she's like talking about, it's like, oh, you know, like he should be with someone else because she's
saying like I have schizophrenia.
She said it was schizoaffective disorder, and that she ran out into the street and then like got hit by a bus.
Yeah,
and she doesn't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And he had said when he was like talking to whoever he was like, you guys, she thinks I'm in Michigan. Like we have to make sure to make it look like this. And you're like, who the fuck is he talking to?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then they hang up the call. And then he just gets on a video call with another girl.
Yep.
Takes her top off.
I mean, top off because again, this movie, it's, you know, again, I could do with slightly less asshole men and slightly less boobs.
Cannot be a early to mid 2000s horror film without boobs.
Yeah.
But many. Come on.
Yeah. But you could just tell that now he's just repeating the process.
Yes.
So it's like, this is just his
And you're like,
thing.
oh, shit. And that's it. We don't get any like...
No deaths in this one, technically.
No, but we don't get any clarification. Was it a ghost? Was it an alien? Like, because there was a lot of mixture of supernatural things.
Yeah. It was just
clarification.
Something supernatural spookiness happening.
Yep.
I do kind of wish we would have seen him die.
I know.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
We got to see the rest of them.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. And then apparently for this one, they were trying to like figure out how to record it because they knew they wanted to be like a video chat thing. But apparently even in 2012, like Skype had gone pretty far. So like the quality actually looked really good.
Yeah.
So they like, they tried like trying to come up with like a way to rig it up to make it like look like they were on a laptop, like on a Skype call. And then they realized Skype was just the easiest way to do it. So they just actually did it through Skype.
Nice.
And then Skype was like kind of in HD. So then they just like edited it to look worse. Like they like had a high quality video and then they like had it processed to look really bad.
Amazing.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. Skype, RIP.
Talk about how did they lose to Zoom? Because I loved Skype.
We say this as we record on Zoom.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, Zoom.
Skype was so, it was so good.
I still remember the little sound that it would make.
Yes.
Okay,
and then I forget. Do we go back to the house now? I think we do, right? But I forget.
Yeah. So I had written down that the guy who had come up to watch the videos next, that he like was gone. He was like not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But that then they found a bunch of bodies.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
But then it instantly cuts to a movie from September 17th, 1998. Yeah? That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
Wait, from September?
It said September 17th, 1998. It's a barbecue. And then it's October 31st, 1998.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if, like it's very like a quick, like a little blurb. Like you see these guys at a barbecue. It's September. I only wrote it down because this was the one that had the most prominent dates.
Yes.
So first it's September, and then it's a Halloween of '98, and then we see these guys.
Yes, because then the title of this one is 10/31/98. Like that's just the title of it. Is the date.
Okay. Okay.
So this one was done by Radio Silence Production. They're a group of, how many is it? 1, 2, 4 of them. That make this like kind of production group. They did Ready or Not, which I really loved. Like it was so good, and like they're getting a sequel, so they're making the sequel to that one as well.
I really liked that one.
Yeah, I loved that one. They also did Scream 5 and 6.
Okay,
and they did. I don't know if you guys watched it. It was called Abigail. It was like
we did watch it.
Oh yes, I think we did.
I think we did. Like the three of us.
It sounds familiar.
She's like the little girl who's like a vampire.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we did watch that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they did that one as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, and also one of them I'm pretty sure is the actor in the last one. So one of the guys from this group, I think he's like the boyfriend on the video call.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Why not?
So they're like going to a Halloween party at a friend's house. So they like got their beer and they're getting ready to go.
I do love, in order to make this, some found footage, I do love that what the one dude is dressed as. Because he's dressed as like a little teddy bear.
Yeah.
But with a camera, and he says he's a nanny cam.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually think that's like
that
such
was
a
pretty
cute,
clever. That was pretty
clever Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was a good one.
Good. Also, we get finally not just a fully asshole group of men.
Yeah, they're just like a group of friends.
Finally.
Yeah, they're just like an average group. And so they get to the house and they're like, is this it? Yeah, this is it. But it's like empty.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I think this is what love it. They're like, well, guess we should just go inside.
Yeah, so they just go inside and get like all cozy because they're like, he's probably out getting beer or something.
Yeah.
And they do allude to the fact that like he's done some pretty crazy party tricks for Halloween parties. Like this guy that they're at the house like has done some pretty wild things. So they're kind of like, yeah, maybe this is just part of what he's doing.
Yeah, like he's doing this for us.
Yeah, they're like, this is it. Yeah.
And we do like at one point, like we see they're kind of walking through a room and we see this little ghost girl.
Yeah.
Walk by and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they start to get freaked out. They're like,
there's just like some spooky things happening.
They start to hear like this muffled chanting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, okay.
And I do want to say when they're driving there, something about the quality of the way them driving over the train tracks. They like were getting lost getting there. And the way they drove over the train tracks, I was like, they're gonna die on the train tracks.
You're like, this is coming back.
I knew. I just knew.
Yeah.
So like I just had a feeling, and I'm glad I was right.
Yeah.
But so we see they see where the chanting is coming from.
Yeah.
And they like go up into the attic and there's this group of people and it seems like it looks like they're torturing this girl.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that they're like from olden days somehow. Like it feels because the way she's hung up is very much like a witch would have been.
Yeah.
So I got that vibe. Like it was very much that old school kind of like witchy beating feeling.
Yeah. And like at first they are like going like this, like, okay, yeah, like this is probably part of the party.
Yeah, it feels like a play.
Yeah.
Like they're putting on a show.
But then it's like, oh, they're like actually
they're really hurting her.
Hurting this person.
And they say something like shit or I don't remember or something.
Yeah.
And all the guys that are hurting her like turn and they freak out. They're like, what are you doing? Who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah.
And so they like start running away and they're like running through the house trying to find how to get out.
Like they free the girl.
Yeah.
Like they break her out.
Well, yeah, because they go down first and he's like, you guys, we can't leave her. We have to go back.
We have to go help her. Yeah.
And so they do. Then they go back and they free her and then they're trying to escape.
Yeah.
And then as they're trying to escape, what I wrote down is they see all kinds of freaky supernatural shit.
Yeah.
Because there's like people flying around. There's like things coming out of the walls, like things.
It's going down. It's all happening.
It's all like becoming like a house of magic terror.
Right.
That's a good way to describe that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And do we ever find out where their friend is? Like, does he ever tie into this? Like, whose house it was? I don't think so, right?
Because I think they went to the wrong house.
Yeah,
I think they got the
that's
name of the
idea.
street wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember when they were lost? Like, I think they didn't ever go to the right house. And that's what happened to them, is that they went to the wrong place.
Oh, that makes
sense.
Because
they seemed confused.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I do also want to say that, again, maybe it's just the way that this was done. And this is easy to say, now that the movie's over. But I also thought as soon as they broke her free, they went back and broke her free, I was like, no, she's evil.
Oh,
Right.
really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I like saw the thing about the train tracks and I knew, and then I saw her and I was like, they shouldn't have freed her. I think those people were actually like trying to maybe help her or something, but I think she's
the twist.
I think she's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So they do get out and they get into the car because they're going to drive away from this. And that's when they notice that she kind of like, they're like trying to ask her questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she disappears.
Yeah, she's gone.
And she is no longer in the car.
Yeah, she vanishes. But then they see her outside the car,
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary.
like standing there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she just starts to kind of go.
And then they're stuck. Their car won't go.
Yeah.
And it's like she I think put a spell on them to.
Yeah. It seemed like it's like she did something. So they are now stuck on the tracks, but they also can't get out.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're trying to like, but they can't they can't open the door. They can't get out of the car.
And you know what happens on train tracks?
Yeah.
Trains.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're trying to get out, but train approaches.
Yep.
How many of them were in the car?
Like 4, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's probably like deaths 9 through 12.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have like a serious fear of train tracks. You know how sometimes you watch a movie as a kid that like traumatizes you, even if it's not necessarily a scary movie?
Fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes. I watched it. I was way too young. And he dies on the train tracks. And it scared the living shit out of me. Like,
that movie
so
terrifying.
I was like scared of train tracks. I still am. Like, I still don't like walking on them.
We used to love that movie so much. And I still to this day do. I bet you've seen it, right?
Yeah, I think it's been like a while though.
Yeah.
But when I think back on that movie, and I think this is a movie we watched when we were young kids.
I was like 5.
It's got death. It's got cannibalism. It has racism.
Assault.
It has assault. It
like,
has.
why were we watching
that
this
movie
as young children?
It's so good, but it covers
Kids
a
these
lot.
days are so weak. They don't even know, you guys. We were raised in a different time.
Go watch Fried Green Tomatoes, kids.
Yeah.
See what you think.
Oh my God.
It's such a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Chris O'Donnell and what's the woman? The main
Mary
woman.
Stuart Masterson.
No, not her. The other one that plays. Oh shit! Hold on.
Well, while you're looking that up, they did originally shoot an alternate ending that was much happier. So they considered a happy ending, which was they get on the tracks and they're like trying to get out, but then they do manage to open a door or break a window. I forget how, but they managed to get out of the car. And so all of them get out and then they like are looking at the map because like they had been looking at the map earlier, to like try to like leave and like get out. They look at the map and like one of them is like, oh, I know where we are now. That wasn't the right house. Like they like realized where they were supposed to go. So there was like supposed to be a semi-happy ending of them being like, well, that was crazy. Moving on.
I'm glad they didn't do that. I don't like happy endings in horror movies.
They decided they didn't want a happy ending. They went with this one. And then actually they liked the ending of this one so much that originally the wraparound, like the greater story was going to be what ended the movie. Like we were going to go back to the group,
See, I'm so glad we didn't.
I thought we should have actually.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I didn't. I liked that it just ended.
Mm-hmm.
That to me was like,
I wanted to see the group in the house all die.
oh no, I
Well, but-
loved that we just don't know.
See, they didn't change anything though. It was just going to be like the story that we saw earlier. Like that's what it would have been like at the end, you know, like them just like in the house. Like it wasn't anything crazy. But then when they watched this, they were like, you know, this seems like a better ending. Like let's just do this tape and that's it. Like then it just ends.
Yep.
So they re-edited it a little bit.
I like when horror movies, especially like this style, like not the really serious ones. I love where they end and you're like, wait, what? Like I like that experience.
I think especially for this type of movie.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the like, just end it. Cause it's like, you can make assumptions about what happened in the house.
And I guess it really does leave it open for more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
Like the story to continue.
I feel like the worst person in the world for forgetting who was in Fried Green Tomatoes because it is like one of the all-time actresses of our time.
What's it?
Kathy Bates.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about the brunette. I knew Kathy Bates was her. I thought you were talking about the girl. That
is the Mary Stuart Masterson or whatever.
No, that's the blonde. I thought you were talking about the brunette. There's the two characters. There's
Oh.
Yeah.
Pulling up.
I knew Kathy Bates. I know who that is. I thought you were talking
about.
Well,
I knew Kathy. No, yeah, but I was yeah. Oh yeah, the brunette. I forget her name too.
That's fine. Anyways,
really good movie, you guys.
Moving on.
Cut it. We're out of here.
Yeah, hard end. You know, movie's over.
Cut that out. I guess it was Jessica Tandy.
I would not have.
No, wait, that's the old woman.
I was like, that's not her name. She is a real person. She was in Weeds.
No, she's
the main actress from Weeds.
Mary Louise Parker.
Thank you. I knew they both had 3 names.
Yeah, this is all really important.
Cut the whole part about the fried green tomatoes out, please.
Anyways, really great movie, Laura. Our in-house not so psychologist. Don't take her seriously.
Yeah, where are you going to
Where are you taking us?
An anthology. That's much harder.
I'm going to do something I've never done, ladies. Wait, did you say the full thing? Did you remember I'm not a doctor? Okay. I was focused on Mary Stuart Masterson. And
sorry.
Okay. I'm going to do something I've never done before.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to psychoanalyze us, the viewer.
Oh, snap.
I'm very excited.
So, us, the viewers of VHS, and I'm going to talk about what issue we have from the DSM. All of us that watch this movie and enjoy this movie. Any guesses?
No.
Nope.
It's a field of paraphilia called voyeurism. Because I feel like what's going on in this movie and many found footage movies is voyeurism.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what it is.
It is what it is. And us, and why we like it, why we're into this found footage, it's very voyeuristic. And so I think we need to talk about the issues we all have and why we like these movies.
Yeah.
So
yes, I like this. I'm excited.
So let's talk about voyeurism or voyeuristic disorder. And so there's 2 disorders that I think can relate to this movie. Both are subsets of a paraphilic disorder. One is voyeuristic disorder, and that's kind of where you get your jollies from observing unsuspecting people, or people who are naked or in positions of being vulnerable. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be like naked or like sexual acts, but it could just be like they're in very intimate moments and they don't know they're being watched. And you're like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That you kind of like act on those urges by watching non-consenting people. And that is what we all just did.
Yeah.
But then there's also for some of these people, it's a bit also that they have exhibitionist disorder, and that's kind of the reverse, where you get your jollies from like
being the one.
Showing yourself in vulnerable moments, either naked or just doing something kind of lewd or private to people that are unsuspecting.
Got it.
Which is also kind of what some of these people in these do by like selling their VHS tapes.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
But let's focus on our issues of voyeurism. So voyeuristic disorder, it's very interesting. And let's talk a little bit of stats of this, of prevalence. So as will come as no surprise, it is more common in men than women.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is in some studies, if given the chance to do it, when being told there is no chance you will be caught, one study found there was no difference between men and women on who would engage in the voyeuristic act.
Interesting.
Like you get a chance to watch someone do something and there's no chance you will be caught. Men and women equally will do it.
Interesting.
But because more men do it than women, some stats exist. One stat shows that 65% of men have engaged in what we would call peeping.
65%?
That's upsetting.
That's really, and that's people who admit to it.
Well, that's the other thing.
That's upsetting.
So, but then like you do a national study in Sweden and they only found that 7.7% of their population, 16% of men, 14% of women had done it. So it changes based off of where you're doing the study. I couldn't find I didn't pay to get access to the study that said the 65% of men. Based off of the abstract, it seemed US.
Yeah. Hate it.
But is peeping like, okay, you're walking by a locker room, you see a movement and like you look in.
Mm-hmm.
Like would you call that peeping? And I actually then would not be surprised that it's 65% of people.
That's true. Even like going on a walk and like you walk past a house and you see people inside. It's like, ooh, what are you watching?
Like you peep, you know? Yeah, right. Like when I go on walks in like the twilight hours where like the lights come on, yeah, I do look in people's windows.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not doing it to be creepy, but it's just I just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. So what's interesting though is that it is the most common sexual law-breaking behavior in both clinical and general population. So of all the kind of like deviant sexual behavior you could do, voyeurism is the most common, which I think it could technically be considered the most harmless. And that's why that's one of the justifications that people give.
Yeah.
Is like, there's no victim, there's no harm. I'm not touching them. I'm not encroaching in on their space. They will never know. So people say it's kind of like a victimless.
I mean, I don't know that I would use the word victimless.
Yeah. Right. No, I agree.
I'd say it is not victimless,
but that's the justification that people can give.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not saying that. You're saying how people justify it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But what's really interesting is that 63% of people who are, reported and admitted to be voyeurs, they also then report that exhibitionist behavior.
Oh, so they
do both.
They do both. Mm-hmm.
But then what was really interesting too, though, is that let's see, where was that? Just weird stats about that, though, is that the people who report to be both, rather than just the voyeurs, is the ones that are just the voyeurs tend to be of higher socioeconomic status, whereas the ones that are both are lower. So like if you're richer, you just watch, and if you're less well off, you
I think wealth gives you a bit of entitlement. I can understand that.
Yeah. But like if you're poor, you watch and show. Whereas if you're richer, you just watch.
Yeah. That is interesting.
That is kind of interesting, right?
I get it.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you had said the opposite, I also would believe it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to go for the psychology of who is voyeurs
Yeah.
as we
No,
have always
yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm.
So what's kind of funny is when it's actually not a very studied psychological situation, but when they very first were researching it, early research showed that voyeurs were more mentally healthy than other groups with paraphilia. So like other groups of like sort of deviant sexual desires. And then it also showed that voyeurs were unlikely to be alcoholics or drug users.
Interesting.
They're like, look, there's one thing, okay?
Right. But recent research totally contradicts that. It shows that compared to the general population, voyeurs are moderately more likely to have other psychological problems, use alcohol and drugs, and have higher sexual interest generally. They also tend to have higher sexual partners per year, and typically they have a later age of their first sexual interaction. So like they do that later in life than non-voyeurs.
Okay.
Which maybe just kind of shows like if you're delayed in having like that interaction, maybe it's just more common for you to watch for a lot longer. So it becomes more of a what's the word I'm trying to think of? Not a kink, but like more of just like something that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to watching
that longer. And
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then like all psych research, others say that there's no difference in like sexual history between people who are voyeurs and non-voyeurs. So take it with what you will. Science is supposed to be very like fact-based and objective, but honestly.
Well, and especially with something like this, it's like, well, you have to be able to talk to people who are willing to talk about it and confess that they do it. Right. Like that's a hard thing to study, I would assume.
I agree.
That's a great point that you made, because my next stat is that there was a study in 2021 and it found that just under 37% of men, but it was just under 34% of women were strongly repulsed by the idea of voyeurism. So more women are willing to say that's really bad, whereas about half of the amount of men are like, yeah, that's really bad.
I see.
But that's, again, what you're willing to report.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of interesting to like see some of the differences in people who supposedly have voyeurism. Yeah. But what I thought was really interesting, and we used to do this a lot more in early episodes, was where we would talk about a condition and then I would talk about the treatment, is talking about the treatment that people who have been, found criminally responsible for voyeurism on what can help them. So in the past, there has been things like psychotherapy, like either individual or group psychotherapy, like shock therapy. But there also can be drugs like antipsychotics and antidepressants. But what I thought was the most interesting treatments was treatments that work for OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, are also really effective for voyeurism.
Interesting.
Oh.
Because I think it just kind of like you think about it, compulse, and like you do it.
Yeah.
It actually probably is kind of like an obsessive
form of it. Oh, yeah.
Compulsion. Yeah. And then my favorite psychological treatment that I have ever seen to this date for an illness is Playboy. Give him Playboy.
Okay.
So
I would think that would make it worse, but okay.
Yeah, it actually worked really well. So there's been a lot of actually research on this. You shift the voyeurs from their voyeuristic behavior on unsuspecting people, and you instead have them look at porn, like porn magazines or whatever, and that is successful in stopping them from looking at people that are not consenting.
Interesting.
Because they look at people that are consenting, but it still is helpful to them. It gets them what they need.
Yeah. So like, they have to go through like the transition though, basically, right? Like it's like, yeah.
Right. But it actually has been shown to be successful. Is that just, like, guys, you don't have to be creepy and like stalk people that don't know it. Just like, have you heard of this thing called porn? Here you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, maybe skipped that part. So maybe let's go back to that.
Yeah. But no, it can like satisfy their desires, but then they don't have to break the law.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it with, like, I don't know. I guess, do you guys feel like when you watch stuff like that, do you feel like it's voyeuristic at all, or not? Because we all know that it's fake.
It doesn't feel voyeuristic at all.
Yeah, I feel like that's like I think I know that it's a movie, and so it's like a little harder to like
if I
be like,
randomly found a VHS tape that I then watched, that might.
Right.
But I don't think that I've ever had that feeling when watching like a found footage movie, because it's a movie.
Yeah, it's like, I know, right?
Right.
But then, okay, what about things like reality TV? Because I love reality TV, right? Like I love like Love is Blind, Housewives, like I love those shows. And Matt hates them because like especially like Love is Blind and like those like dating shows, like he hates watching, because sometimes a scene will come on and he's like, we should not be watching that. Like that's just like, I don't
totally get that.
I don't like, I just feel like I shouldn't be watching that. Like I don't like it. Whereas like I'm like, okay, but I want to know what happens.
Right.
Well, and I think also like I just always have like the fact that it's still so scripted and contrived. Like even the best ones. In fact, the best ones are probably the most
for sure
formulated.
But it is real people. So it's like,
no, it is.
Yeah. That's a less dramatic version.
But I guess like also like I think what makes the difference for me at least is that like they are consenting and in on it. If I was watching a reality show where like the people didn't know they were being filmed, that would feel very different. But like knowing that they know what's going on removes that element of voyeurism, I think.
And because for Matt, it's like, okay, yeah, they consented to be on TV, but like, I don't know, maybe they didn't know this would come up. And like, so it's like, to me, again, I love them, but like to him, it's like, that's too much.
Yep.
So I was curious how you guys felt about like reality.
I'm into it. I like it. I mean, I actually kind of dislike when it seems more scripted. I wish it was more real and raw, but maybe that makes me a little bit more voyeuristic.
Yeah.
Because but I like
that's why I don't like most reality, because I'm like, it just feels fake. Like
the producers are they're there, they're meant to keep things. Yeah.
Right. Did you watch the most recent Love is Blind?
Yeah, I did.
Are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm all
I am too. I think Christine
heard a lot about it, you guys.
I think Christine and Vic are the only legit couple.
Oh, for sure. And they just like forgot to film them. I mean, it's so like
they didn't film them because they were healthy.
Yeah.
They were healthy and respectful and in love. I am excited for the reunion episode coming out on Wednesday or whatever. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But like I love the Mormon Housewives. So like I do like it. I do have reality shows that I like.
Oh yeah. I love all of them.
But yeah, so I think to summarize, I think part of the thing that can kind of like make some of these found footage movies more scary is because it does, even if you don't feel like a voyeur watching it, it is to kind of put you in that perspective, which kind of makes you feel a little uncomfortable. And that's what horror movies have to do to then get you scared, right? Like we've talked about that so much, is like feel a little bit of discomfort and then you get more scared in the movies. And I think that's kind of the point of these found footage, is to make you feel like you're watching something you shouldn't be watching.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And
honestly, I feel like
scarier.
the second honeymoon is because I think that was the most effective one for me, because it was that like when they come in and they record and it's just like taking their money and doing the truth. Because like now you're thinking like they are going to find the footage.
Yes.
Right? Like it's like if they watch it, they're finding it of themselves.
Yes.
Like that's what made me uneasy. So yeah, even with the movie, you get it. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got.
That's a good. That was a good way to take this one, I think. Okay. I kind of talked about my fun facts while we were talking, so I think I have like 4 maybe to finish up with. the movie premiered at Sundance, actually. It was like one of their like midnight, like spooky showing ones. So it premiered there. And then I think they did some other ones, like they may have done like South by Southwest. And then they released it to like on demand. So it went from like kind of the festivals to on demand. And then it got a limited theater release in like the US, like UK. So I think that's maybe part of why none of us had seen it and maybe why it feels like it has more of like a cult following. Because I don't think it got that like theatrical, like it's coming out everywhere. People get excited about it. I think it was a little more like under the radar. At least is my theory on why we haven't heard of it or watched it.
No, I get that makes sense.
And then originally the idea for it was a TV series instead of a movie. So the original thought was maybe this could be kind of a TV thing. And then it turned into the movie as they kind of like brought more people on board and like got more of that like idea made up. But honestly, they've made so many that I feel like they're almost getting it anyway. Like there's so many of these movies. It's a good setup for like you can make an infinite amount of these.
For sure.
Totally.
Like, it's
a good idea. It's a good concept.
Yeah. You can get a lot of movies out of it. Okay, talked about how there were a lot of like directors and writers and everything involved. And they were really given kind of free reign to, do something. Really, the only hard rule that I heard in the interviews was just no CGI blood. Like it has to be practical. Like that's like the one hard and fast is no CGI blood. Which,
Okay.
like, I love that they're like the one thing we won't do is CGI.
I like that. I respect that.
I respect that a lot. Okay, and then the last fun fact is we talked about the name. It's not VHS, it's V-H-S. And the original idea was that actually like all of the videos would have a date associated with them. And so it was to mimic the like, month, day, year.
Oh.
But as they made the shorts, some of them were like, well, actually, it's better if it doesn't have a date. Like the idea is that this should kind of happen like at any time. Like we don't need a date assigned to it. So that's why some of them have dates. I think like one of them really has like dates in multiple of them, but like they didn't go back and timestamp them because it just didn't make sense. But the name stuck. So they kept that. The original idea is there would be dates associated with it, and like that's how you would get it. But they didn't end up going through with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not pick up on that.
No.
Okay.
It's just kind of a fun name. I think ultimately, like they were kind of working through names and like VHS had a good ring to it. And the slashes between it are like, I don't know, that's kind of a fun format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
That's all the fun facts.
Oh man. Okay, well, we've talked a lot about it. But I'm also not sure. Like a lot of times once we get to this point of the movie, I know where you guys are. And I don't know what you guys are going to rate this. So here on Spooky Sips, we don't give stars. We give sips. So out of 5 sips, how many are you giving V-H-S?
I went first last time.
I can go first. Okay, honestly, this one's really hard because I did not like it when I watched it. But it's like with so many of them where like now that we've talked about them, I'm like, oh, I liked it so much more. Now that we like talk through all the stories. But like
I know.
I know they all die, but I can't with the terrible men in this movie.
Right.
And it's just so like too many boobs. It's just like it doesn't add to the story either.
If there had been one of those with that, fine.
Yeah. I get it was part of just like, I don't know, during this
time.
Era,
it was part of the time.
It was a big part of it. But like, it was so much that it was just so unnecessary. Some of the stories were fun. Some of them I didn't like as much. I think for me, it's just like a 2.5. Like, it was kind of interesting.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Because I was like, if I could rate the first, because the first one was my favorite. So like, if I could just rate that one, it would be different. But the movie as a whole, like, I will say one thing that I thought about when it ended that I did enjoy was that like, we don't get any closure. We don't get any explanation. Like why were they being told to go take this video? Why did this house have these videos? Who was the guy, the dead guy? Like we didn't get any sort of closure or explanation. And I actually kind of like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think I'm also a 2.5.
Mhm.
Ladies, I think we got consensus here tonight.
Love it.
It's funny. I at first hated this movie because of the awful men and the lake episode. I just hated, or
Right.
the story or whatever.
Mhm.
But some of the mini ones I like really liked.
I know.
Like as I was watching them, I was like, actually, I like this movie.
I
So
know.
it's hard because parts of the movie I would give like 3.5.
Mhm.
But overall, as a whole, I got to agree. Parts of it I didn't love, so I almost gave it a 3, but I got to go down to a 2.5 as well.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. We're unanimous.
Mhm.
Nice. All right, friends. Well, next time on Spooky Sips, we are watching The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Phenomenal film. Very excited for everyone to watch it and to dissect it. Get it? Anyways, so if you haven't seen it, get watching, get sipping, and we'll see you next time on Spooky Sips. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Spooky Sips. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening. To stay up to date on all the spooky things we're up to, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at spookysips_podcast. And if you want to help support the podcast, consider buying us a coffee, or really a cocktail. We are completely independent, so every little bit goes a long way to keeping our podcast running and improving. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.